Good morning, Pinky here with Imaginisce for another video for tool time, and today we're going to talk about the awesome iRock tool. This is the heat set tool from Imaginisce that heat sets your crystals or the hot rocks that come with glue inside them already. I just did a big class with these and they are so much fun to use. They come in these little compacts here in all different colors, and they come in little tubes like lip gloss in all different shapes and sizes and everything. So you'll find the gemstone or the hot rocks or the glam rocks that you need definitely for any projects. They come in little metal studs or they come in crystals. But I'm here today to show you kind of how to use it and give you a couple of tips for it, because a lot of people ask questions about how to use it and what it really is. So this is your actual iRock tool, and it has 3 AA batteries in it. And they last quite a while. I very rarely change mine. I mean, it's every, I use mine a lot, so I change it every few weeks, but to me that's not too bad. It comes with a little tip here, and this tip gets really hot and heats up. And here is how you turn it on. You're going to press the button forward, and then it's still not on. You have to press this button down, and the little red light comes on before it's on. And you have to take about maybe 10-20 seconds to let it heat up. If your batteries die down, it might take a little longer, but about 20 seconds to heat up at the most. And then the tip gets very, very hot. And what it does is it takes these little gemstones, and they have glue already inside them, and it heats them up and puts them on your project. And here you can see I use the glass glam rocks on this card here to zhuzh up the butterfly and put it on the embossed cardstock. I've actually used it on a lot of projects, and you can also get these cool templates. Can you see this? This has got flourishes on it, and this one has a flower on it. And you can also get this accessory, which is a handy little tray that has a little screw-on bottom here. Okay, so let's get to using the tool. First of all, I like to use this tray to dump out my hot rocks or glam rocks, because it's easier to get them back in the little container. And I'm going to actually use a template today to show you how to use it that way and give you some tips as I go along, and then I'll show you some other projects. So you're going to set this aside, and a lot of people prefer to use tweezers, but I really like these ones. If you get them wet correctly, it will just lift up your little gemstone. Mine's not. Oh, this is a dry one. That's why. My wet one's over here. Okay, it'll just pick up your gemstone just like that, and it'll set it down for you, and you can flip it over or put it any way you want. And you can see I just have a plain white card here, and I've already started. And what I do personally is, now this is a heat-resistant stencil, so you can just put your gems in and everything, but since I like to use a lot of the bigger stones, I will take my pen, and I actually prefer a Sharpie, but my boys ran off with it, and I'll just mark the spots for it, and then you have your little spots for your flourish. But you easily can use your template, put it down here, put a couple of gems in, and then you pick up your gem with your wand just like that and put it down. Just like that. And then you take your iRock after it's heated up, and I like to hold mine so that the reflection of the red light goes off my finger a little bit, just so that I know if it's on or not, because sometimes I've used it and my batteries have been going dead, and then I don't know that it's off. So I like to be able to see it. So you press down here, and then you hold your finger on it, and then on these metal studs, you're just going to leave it on for about 3 seconds per stud. I can just tell you from past experience, I don't know if mine's fully heated up, so I'm checking. I can just tell you from past experience, if you leave it on the studs longer than 3 seconds, that they start smoking and the glue comes bubbling up, and you don't want that. Now with the glass crystals, it takes about 5 to 10 seconds, and with the larger ones, it takes 10 to 20 seconds, somewhere around there. It's not very long. This one here, I did this card and I used a very large glass one here, and that one took me about 20 seconds to really get the heat through and through and make sure it was set. And you can see I used it on acrylic here. Now if you use it on acrylic, I really suggest that you rough up the acrylic first, because These Glam Rocks and Hot Rocks are made to adhere to a non-porous surface, or a porous surface, not a non-porous surface. So if it's very, very smooth, you might need to rough it up. So here you can see that the Glam Rocks are stuck. You can clearly see they're not coming off. I mean, I'm pushing and pulling. They're totally stuck to my project. And you can also use them on fabric. Now, I really suggest you wash the fabric before you put it on there, because I have not washed my fabric and they've come off. But other things I've washed and they have not come off. I've worn this baseball visor the entire season. You can see I put her name Hobbs, and I use the same stencil here to put all different flourishes on there, and they all, even the very, very big ones here, have stayed on all season, and I've worn it for quite a while in a 100-degree heat. So it works really well on fabric, and it works really well on paper, and it even works on acrylic. So that's how you use your iRock tool. I hope you found it informative today. If you have any questions, please ask the people at Imaginisce, or come to my blog and ask, because I'm always willing to help out, and it's a fun tool. It's totally worth having. I literally use it probably every other project I make, and I make a lot of projects. I'll see you next time. I hope you found it helpful.